Hello, I'm Taylor Baldwin. Nicotine addiction involves a newly discovered kind of neuron that also activates during nicotine withdrawal, according to a study led by scientists at the Scripps Research Institute. This could guide development of better therapies to help people quit smoking. The findings may also apply to addiction to other drugs. All right, here to talk more about the study is UT Biotech reporter Bradley Fikes. Good to see you again.
Yes, good to be here.
So please fill us in on this study.
Well, what they found is there is a specific type of neuron that they discovered in rodents and also in humans, and it activates not only when people get their nicotine buzz when they're getting that pleasurable kick, but it also turns on during nicotine withdrawal. And they found that there is actually, these neurons make dopamine, a chemical that causes pleasure. It's a neurotransmitter, and also another kind of chemical called corticotropin releasing factor, or CRF, that produces anxiety and depression and some of the bad feelings that you have when you're withdrawing from nicotine.
Now we know why it's so difficult to smoke, or to quit smoking. So what do the implications of this finding mean to people who are trying to quit smoking?
Well, one of the things that people need to understand is that it's not just a question of lack of willpower or anything. There is something in the brain which can get hooked on nicotine. In some people, they don't know necessarily why some don't and some do, but when it happens, you don't have entirely free will. You have this compulsion. And so understanding that compulsion, how the mechanism works in the brain, is a step toward finding out a way to diffuse it so people can have truly free will and quit nicotine without those horrible effects.
Just briefly, we talked about before the cameras were rolling about President Obama. He's a man of health. He runs, he takes care of himself. He's a high stress job, obviously, but he is addicted to nicotine.
Yes, he was in China earlier, and he was seen chewing gum, which a lot of the Chinese media and some of the social media was saying is very disrespectful, but he chews Nicorette and nicotine gum because he quit smoking, but he hasn't been able to get free of nicotine. And so that is a less harmful way of him to satisfy that craving. But for Obama and the other struggling ex-smokers out there, it would be great if you could get away from nicotine altogether.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're headed that direction, right?
Yes.
And maybe other addictions as well.
Thank
you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Great news. Thank you.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Stay healthy.
Okay.